So there's $1.1 million available from the federal government for the BRII, which stands for the Business Research and Innovation Initiative. Let's jump right into some of the key features of this program. So let's have a look at some of the key aspects of this grant. So there's two stages. First of all, there's $100,000 for a feasibility study. And then if you are successful, there is $1 million to develop the proof of concept and you retain the IP. So what's different about this grant is that there's no matching funding requirement like most other grant programs that are out there. So who is it for? Who can apply? So SMEs, so not your very large corporates, not your research bodies. You've got to have less than $20 million of turnover and you've got to have a track record in this sort of area. So there are 5 challenges to have a look at and they're quite novel, quite interesting, some say a bit quirky. So the first one is revolutionising the agricultural spray applications. I left on challenge agency on there. So there's different challenge agencies on there and different government bodies. So the second one is turning farm crops into renewable hydrogen source. That's been around for a while, so they've obviously got a very discrete project around that. Turning office trash into energy treasure. Counting fish using advanced technologies. So just because you can count sheep doesn't necessarily mean you can go and count fish. And the last one is automating the detection of whales at sea. Okay, so once again, feasibility study of $100,000. So each round has $2 million available in that whole pool. So that means around 4 successful projects per challenge. So then if you're successful and your idea is feasible, you go on to the proof of concept and that gives you $1 million of funding over 18 months. So there's $10 million available in this pool, so around 2 for each challenge. So only half will get through from the feasibility to the proof of concept stage. So where should you spend your time in the application? So there's 30% of the application is, does your proposed solution meet the challenge? And how is the proposed solution different to what is already on the market? So you want to have a, well, the last one is really a bit silly anyway, because if it's already on the market, then they'd be using it. So what solution have you got that's in a similar market? So look to have some sort of part of the technology or part of the IP that you can apply to this problem. So the next 30% is where you demonstrate the need for the proposed solution. So you need to have a good understanding of the market, how you can actually make money from this. So look at your background in commercialization, in selling and bringing IP to the market. And then the main part of the application, so 40% of the application is, are you any good? So have you done something similar? Do you have technology in the market? Have you got people and experience in commercializing, conducting R&D? That is going to be the core aspect for what they're looking for here. And then the second part is, have you got access to the IP? So what technology are you bringing to the equation to make you stand out from the rest? And then some other things to include is the project management plan, risks and project budget. So those ones are pretty simple, but it's really about who you are and what you've done. So if you don't have any experience in doing something remotely similar, don't bother wasting your time and applying for this grant. So those are the main things to focus on for this grant. Good luck with the application.